Let's begin today in a downward dog. Once you get there, pedaling out through the feet, swaying the hips a bit side to side. Feeling the points of connection tethering you to the ground beneath you. Grounding you in this space, grounding you in this moment. Taking a big inhale and a cleansing exhale. Rounding out plank pose. Holding here for a few moments. Maybe a gentle sway side to side or rock back and forth. Opening up just gently here in the wrists. And then dropping the knees down, sinking your hips back, child's pose. Tenting through the fingertips to get a bit of a deeper stretch. Rounding up onto all fours, rolling through a few cat-cows. Swaying your hips a bit side to side, rolling your shoulders round and round. Just getting into the central line of the body. Flipping your fingertips towards your body. And then leaning back just a bit to feel a bit of a deeper stretch through the wrists. Breathing your breath into that space where you feel the most. And pointing your fingertips towards the edges of the mat. And just rocking from side to side. Fingertips facing the front once more, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back, downward dog. Planting the top of your left foot towards the mat. So your tops of your toes, your toenails are pressing into the mat, finding a nice stretch through the front of that foot, the ankle. And then switching sides. And walking to the top of the mat, forward fold. Clasping through the elbows, gentle bend in the knees as you sway your body from side to side. Big inhale, halfway left. Easy exhale, pressing your palms down, stepping back, downward dog. Right leg sweeps up and back. Sending that foot to the outer edge of the right hand. Right arm reaches high, twisting towards that right side. Dropping down the back knee. Shifting your hips back, straightening out through that front leg, runner stretch. Opening yourself towards the left side of the mat, parallel out the back foot with the back edge, lifting up warrior two. Big inhale, lifting through center. Easy exhale, softening back in. Right away, tip it on back, reverse. Up and over, extended side angle. Planting both palms down to the inner edge of that right foot, dropping down the back knee. Landing here for a moment. Maybe a gentle sway side to side of the hips. Then sweeping that right leg around, coming onto all fours once more, rolling through the spine. Tucking your toes, hips lift high, downward dog. Left leg sweeps up and back. Sending that foot to the outer edge of the left hand. Back knee drops down. twisting towards the left. Tipping your torso towards the center as your hips shift back, straightening out through that front leg. Runner's stretch. Opening yourself towards the right, parallel out the back foot with the back edge of the mat, rounding up through center, warrior two. Big inhale lifts you high. Easy exhale, softening back in. Tip it on back, reverse. Left elbow to that left knee, extended side angle. Both palms plant down to the inner edge of that front foot. Back knee grazes the mat. Maybe a gentle shift from side to side of your hips. Sweeping that left foot to the back of the mat, all fours. Walking your hands towards the top of the mat, dropping your chest, puppy pose. If you want to go a bit further, you can tent through the fingertips here as well. And rolling back to sit on your heels at the back of the mat. Eyes float closed for a moment. Walking your hands to the top, and this time just sinking your hips down. Up dog, if it's a bit too much, lowering down into your cobra. Easy sway and rocking motion side to side to get into any cracks and crevices. Using your breath to open up those spaces. From here, just bending through that left leg. Left knee is parallel with that hip. If this is too much, you can always come down onto your elbows. Pressing your hips down towards the mat, heart reaching forward. If you're not on your elbows already, making your way down to that space. And then sending your right elbow out, so goal posting that right arm. And once you have that arm goal posted, laying down towards that right side, maybe bending the left knee up towards the sky as you feel a stretch through the upper right side of your body. If this is too much, you can always just come out a bit. Meeting yourself where you're at, just pressing firmly down through that palm, making sure that that elbow is in line with the shoulder. And rounding through center. Pressing your palms underneath of your shoulders, big inhale, pressing up through center. Up dog, maybe cobra, gentle sway side to side. Bending through the right knee, bringing it in line with your right hip. Staying where you're at, or maybe coming down onto your elbows, heart reaching forward. Shoulders away from the ears. And then goal posting through the left arm. Left elbow is in line with the shoulder as you tip up and over towards that side. And rounding through center, palms underneath of the shoulders, pressing up into an up dog or cobra. Shifting back into a child's pose. You can always tent through your fingertips here to find a bit of a deeper stretch. Or maybe pressing down into the palms to feel a bit of a grounding sensation. And then lifting up through center into a downward dog. Big inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. This time landing a pigeon pose. Once you get there, big inhale, heart reaches high. Easy exhale, finding a space to breathe for a few breaths. You want to explore around, you can always take a gentle twist towards that right leg. Another option is to open up towards the left side, maybe bending through that back knee, grabbing a hold of that foot. Releasing out of whatever you have going on and making your way back into a downward dog. Pedaling out through the feet, swaying the hips a bit. And then big inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Sending it to the top of the mat, landing in your pigeon. Big inhale, heart reaches high. Easy exhale, finding that space to land. Maybe you take it into a twist towards that front leg. If you want to open up towards the right, maybe bending through the back leg, grabbing a hold of that foot. Making sure you can breathe wherever you're at. Practicing acceptance with where you're at. And integrating that acceptance with your breath. Unraveling out of all of that and making your way back into a downward dog. Taking a big inhale. And a cleansing exhale. Dropping your knees down, sinking your hips back. One more child's pose. This time pressing the palms together, bringing them back behind your head. Walking your elbows further away from your body to find a deeper stretch. And rounding up to sit. Finding a nice easy seat. Closing your eyes and integrating here for a moment. Big inhale, arms reach out and up. Palms pressed together at the top, pulling your thumbs into your chest, connecting to your heartbeats. Big inhale. And a long exhale. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments if you have any requests for any future yoga videos. And with that, I will see you next time.